How are you? My name is Grace. I'm a nurse by profession. Today I want to educate you about your rights as a patient or even as a relative to a patient. Because when we take our patients to hospital or even you when you're sick, you do not know what your right is. So you're mistreated or you're mishandled and you feel very frustrated. So there are specific things that you should know that are your rights and you're entitled. We start from the beginning. When you go to a hospital, it is your right to be treated with respect. Somebody should not be rude to you. May it be a nurse, may it be a doctor, it is not right for them to be rude to you. It is wrong, it is unethical. Because you're going to seek for help and you're sick. So it is wrong and it is not allowed for anybody to be rude to you or to treat you with disrespect or to handle you in a disrespectful manner. Secondly, there are many things that go on when you go to see a doctor, and that doctor, it is your right. They tell you what you're suffering from. When they give you your medicine, they tell you what you are to expect out of the treatment that you're getting, the medicine they are giving you. They should tell you the side effects, because sometimes when you go, you diarrhea because you are allergic to that medicine. Some people start scratching themselves. Some people even have boils. I know of some people who've had even, especially sulfur, you have a very bad reaction, and they have even had some of their hands, fingers cut off because of reaction of sulfur. So it is good to know that whichever medicine you're getting, you should also know whether you're allergic to even penicillin, sulfur. It is good to inform the doctor when you go to hospital if you have any allergies. If you have other conditions, it is good also to tell the doctor so that when they are treating you, they're able to give you the correct medicine. So it is also your also responsibility to communicate, because your health is not a secret. Now, when you're being examined, it is where if it is a coach, it is your right. That coach should be clean. If there was somebody else lying on that coach before you entered, it should be changed. It is your right to find a clean environment. So the doctor who's examining you, you can, if you're a male or female, you're not comfortable by the person examining you, you can refuse to be examined and request for somebody else to examine you. And if you feel you are mishandled during the process of being examined, it is your right to complain, because you feel something was not right, that was not done rightly. So how do you complain? You look for the next authority, because there's always somebody in charge and there's somebody always on duty. So you can request to talk to whoever is either a coordinator, or because they call them different names in different hospitals, but you just ask who is in charge. Some of them call them team leaders. So whoever it is, just ask whoever is in charge so you can voice your complaint. And also, when you're going to the doctor, it is your right to ask the diagnosis. What are they treating you for? Because I will tell you, I have a headache, I have I am feeling this. And so ask, what are you treating? So that even when you go home, you know where you are sick. Yes, you're not feeling, your stomach is paining. Maybe they're thinking different things in their head. They may need to say, your stomach is paining. So it is good for you to ask, what are you treating me for? Then, when you go for those tests, it is your right to get a copy of those tests and carry them. If you want to carry them, it is your right to get a copy for those results. And it is advisable, because you will go to different hospitals and you will go to different doctors. It is good to have a copy of your results, so that the next doctor who you see will not start from the beginning. It's called a history. They already know, because that's how people keep getting the same tests done from different hospitals. You go to this hospital, the same test is done, because they have to start from square one since they don't know what was found. So whenever you go to hospital, please collect your results, put them in a file, put them together, so that it's called a medical history, so that the doctor knows what they are dealing with. And then also the privacy. The doctor is not supposed to discuss your illness with any other person. That is between the two of you. It is against the law, unless it is being asked by the court in case they need to verify something. But it's unethical. There's even an oath they take. Your disease is private. So whatever we've discussed with the doctor, they're not supposed to discuss your disease elsewhere. It is between the two of you. Then even the documents that they write down, it is private. They're not supposed to discuss it. They're not supposed to show anybody unless it's a court of law. Even you, when you're sick, you can, and maybe they feel they want to share it with your spouse or your relative. If you do not give consent, they cannot share it. So your disease is your own, unless it is going to affect other people. Like, for example, TB. TB is spread through the air by coughing, and that is the time maybe the doctor may feel that because you're in the community, he may need to protect the other people, because some people do not take their drugs and they spread it. If they are not being compliant with the treatment, that is the time maybe the doctor feels he should share your disease with the relevant authorities. But as long as it is not affecting the community, and it is you and him, it is the business of the two of you, then it is your right to be treated with compassion. And despite the person treating you should not judge you. May it be your religion, may it be your culture, may it be your sexual orientation, may it be your social status, they should treat you equally. And even the person who's giving the treatment, for example, a nurse, they are not supposed to judge you. They are supposed to treat you with respect and treat everybody else, no matter where you come from, no matter your social, your culture, the treatment should be the same. Now, another thing, when you're in pain, you should take part in managing your pain. If you're feeling pain, everybody has a different threshold of pain. You should not tolerate pain. You should not accept pain is normal. If you feel that the pain has increased, it is your right to be given medicine to control the pain. So you should not be living in pain when you're in hospital, or whether you're at home. There's a way to control your pain, and there are medicines that are there to control your pain. Now, you also have a right to refuse treatment. It is your right if you don't want the treatment according to the law, because they also make you sign something called against medical advice, because you have gone against the advice that they have given you. And it is also your right to seek a second opinion. So if you refuse that treatment because maybe you don't feel comfortable, it is your right to ask for a second opinion. So you can go to another doctor, or you can ask them, can you get me another doctor? So it is your right also to get a second opinion. Then it is also your right to be informed about what treatment they are giving you, how much it costs. Because when you're admitted, many times you're slapped with a bill, and then you do not know. You're just told, we've done 1, 2, 3, this is the amount. So before they start, it is your right to ask, how much is it going to cost? And before they proceed on to any other treatment, it is your right for them to inform you that we are doing 1, 2, 3, this is how much it will cost. And if you're admitted in hospital, they are supposed to update you every day how much your bill is, so that you're able to plan accordingly when you're being discharged, because it's not once or twice when somebody is discharged and stays in hospital for more days because they are looking for the money and they were not prepared. So it is your right to ask for how much it is and to be updated on a daily basis. Now, it is your right that when these people, the people who are attending to you, to call you by your name, to call you and address you by your name. It is your right to know the doctor who is treating you, their name. The nurse who is giving you the medicine, their name. They're actually supposed to wear name tags. Their names are supposed to be displayed. They are not supposed to be hidden. And so that you are able to identify, it is so and so who treated me, it is so and so who is doing 1, 2, 3. It is your right. And before they give you, they're supposed to say, how are you? My name is so and so. I am doing this to you, so that you give consent. So nobody is just supposed to come and inject you without asking, can I give you an injection? Then you go ahead and ask, this injection, what medicine are you giving me? What is it for? So you just don't get injections, you don't get medicines without asking. It is your right to ask, what medicine are you giving me? And then you can also ask, what side effect am I going to get out of this medicine? Then another thing you're supposed to ask and be able to know that it is your right. You can practice your religion. You can practice your religion when you're in hospital. You can ask, is there, if you're Christian or Catholic or whatever, they do have visitors. Some hospitals even have a place to go and pray. So you can ask, is there somewhere I can go and pray? Is there somewhere that is partitioned for prayers? You can ask. It is your right to practice your religion. So there are very many things that we are not aware, that we take for granted, and all those that I have mentioned are your rights, that you can accept treatment, you can refuse treatment, and you can ask questions, and you can plan with the doctor about the treatment that they are giving you. And you can plan with the doctor, this I don't want, I want this, and then they should tell you by the end of the day what is the way forward, what is the expected outcome of your treatment, so that as you're going, you know, will I need an operation, will I need an MRI, will I need an X-ray? Because maybe I said, for example, I gave an example of my stomach. It's still paining despite the medicine I have taken. So what do we do next? They may suggest, let's do an ultrasound, an MRI, a CT scan. So as you're going along, you plan for your management, for your disease, and that way you are able to financially also, because it will cost money, to know how to go about the tests that are being done and how much you need to prepare yourself to have those tests done. So all these are your rights, and all of this treatment is according to what you want, not what they have decided is good for you.